I've got somewhat of a psychic connection with two of my four children, my youngest two. And I've talked to you guys about that before, if you follow me, and hopefully you do. So imagine my surprise with my 35-year-old daughter that we're just starting up a psychic connection. Imagine that. So she lives in Ohio. She's a good 4.5 hours away from me. And this just happened last week. I was thinking in my mind, I'd like to make some macaroni and cheese. I don't want any right now, but I'd like to put some in the refrigerator so that my son can just, pop it in the microwave whenever he gets hungry. He comes in late at night from his job, and oftentimes I'm already in bed. So I just kept thinking about that throughout the day. I need to make that macaroni and cheese and just pop it in the refrigerator. Just, not eat, maybe even eat a little bit of it, but mostly it's for him. Just pop it in the refrigerator. And that just kept going through my mind throughout the day. So my daughter calls me the next morning and she said, "It was the strangest thing, Mom. It was late at night. I was getting ready for bed and it popped in my head. I need to make some macaroni and cheese." And she said, "I wasn't hungry. I had no intention of eating it. And I just made it and put it in the refrigerator." But she said, "I just, for some reason, had to do it. I had to do it." She said, "I could have waited for today and made it today and had it fresh, but I had to make that mac and cheese and put it in the fridge. And I don't know why." And I just started busting out laughing. She was receiving my loop throughout the day. God, I need to do that. I need to do that. I need to do that. And she did it. And a week later, I still haven't done it yet. Maybe today. So anyway, she comes to visit. Unfortunately, we had to put her old service dog down on Monday, just yesterday. So she came into town. He had been living with me the last 2 years of his life, just in his retirement. So he was 13 years old and he was just in a lot of pain, and we just, I made the call. It's time. So she came to town and, we took care of that. So last night we're sitting and she's been kind of talking online with a woman she's interested in. So they're, texting back and forth, and at the same time, her and I are having a conversation, and I said, we were talking about peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I said, "I don't eat them very often, but, once in a while, I just get a hankering." And she was, as people do, looking down at her phone and, talking to this other woman, and I, for some reason, I just stopped and I said, "I got a hankering." And she said, "That's funny. You don't talk like that." And I said, "I know. I don't know where that word came from. All of a sudden, it just popped in my head, and I had to use it. And I just wanted you to, hear it because I thought it was funny." And she said, "Yeah, it is funny. That's an old-timey word." And sure enough, she gets the message pops up from this woman, and she says, "I just got a hankering." And my daughter busts out laughing, and she says, "You're not going to believe this message." And she reads it to me, and I said, that's where it came from. I must have seen that message right before it came. And so, she says, types to the woman, "My mom, you're not going to believe this, but my mom just used that word." And she said, and the woman writes back to her, "Yeah, I never use it. For some reason, it just popped in my head." So you never know when psychic bonds are going to form. Sometimes they're early in life, as with my youngest daughter and my son. And, they've been there through their whole lives. We can kind of send messages to each other, to call each other. But most of the time, the last few years, has just been like that. I'll be thinking of something and they'll pop up with what I'm thinking of. And I'll say, "Get out of my head." And they make jokes. "Oh, there's so much room in there. I'm just swimming around." So recognize them when they happen, guys, because you never know when they'll just pop into your life. Have a good day.